What is going on? Obviously, if you click the title of this video, you're looking to swag up the inside of your E36. Now, it only makes sense for me to tell you guys about this inside of my E36. I'm making this video because I feel like it's a video needed on YouTube. And I think it's so needed that YouTube Studio actually recommended me to make this video. I don't know if that's some sort of play on the algorithm. They're like, hey, you're the perfect candidate for this, but I really think I am. I did my own research and kind of looked through some of the videos that people make. If I were to look up top 5 interior mods for E36, what's already out there? You know, I don't want to duplicate content or bring you guys something that's, you know, you can already watch. You know, I'm not trying to waste your time here. But I really think that this is a video that's needed. No one's doing stuff like this, or no one has done this video yet. And that's actually kind of crazy to me that this car's been around for so long and someone hasn't made a top 5 mods for E36 under $100. Because me, when I got my E36, like, it's super exciting. You want to look up mods even before you got the car. Cheap mods, you know, you want to start ordering things because that's fun. Unboxing parts, installing them. So I got a list. Let's get started. My list kind of goes easiest to install to hardest to install. So I got the top 5 best E36 mods for under $100. I don't know if I said 50, but it's definitely under $100. So you got to cough up a little bit of change, but it's going to get, you guys are going to get swagging. Some are actually under 50. So number 1, let's get started here, is going to be P2M floor mats, or any floor mats that you choose. Me personally, I really like the P2M floor mats because they already come cut out for the E36. I wanted to get some other floor mats, and they actually were not cut out for the E36, and I saw some other guys running them, and you kind of had to cut them yourself. So it didn't look the cleanest, but P2M has that nice subtle look, but still keeps it very swag, you know. It can match with any of your seats just because it's gray and black. It matches perfectly. And I think that all the other ones on the market are at around the $100 price range, but they don't come with the back floor mats. So this comes with all 4, comes with the 2 front floor mats and then the 2 rear floor mats. I really like the emblem that's on the floor mat as well. It's nice and metal, so that's really cool. Now, the only thing that I would say is I recommend, this is not something that I have, but a friend of mine that also has his floor mats recommended to get the heel protection, because, you know, when you're driving, you kind of got your foot on the brake and the accelerator. Your heel's kind of touching that floor mat, so sometimes it rubs. And he said he went, like, through his floor mat very quickly. Moving on to the number 2. Are you guys ready for this? This one might be controversial. But it's going to be the AC cup holders. Now, you could get one of these, I believe, for like $15, depending on where you order it. There's some places that might be a little bit more swag, but then you're going to have to cough up some more change. I know Shirts Tucked In's got them. All these other places got some cool ones. I've seen someone on Instagram that had their cup holder that had a little, like, you know, like the mini hands. Like, basically, if you were to put your drink there, it looked like 2 little hands are going to be hugging your drink. So that's kind of cool. But I just went cheap, and I got 2 of the Amazon ones that actually come in a little Initial D box, which is cool too. If you're an Initial D fan, you can put that up on your shelf or something. I might have that still. But yeah, these AC cup holders are really cool. And the reason why I think this made it to the list is just because if you have an E36, or if you're looking to get an E36, you will quickly realize that these cup holders don't fit nothing, bro. You could go get, I don't even think that they fit a normal U.S. water bottle. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, whatever, to have and be like, oh, look, like in Europe, you know, they have these like tiny cups. It doesn't fit, and this car's European, it's a foreign. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you probably want something to hold your drink. So, these little AC things are actually super dope. One of these little AC slides right into your AC vent and keeps your drink either hot or cold, whichever one you want. And then they flip up just like that, so you could keep using your AC and that little thing doesn't block it. So I think that's pretty cool, and that's why this made it into the top 5 list. And that's why that's number 2. And keep in mind, this is not number 2 as in, you know, the best one. We're going down the list and easiest to install. Next, number 3 on the list is gonna be a shift knob. And the reason why, the shift knob is super easy to also install, but the reason why is because it's one of the points of contact that you're making when you're driving your car. And if you got a really cool shift knob, it kind of makes you drive like cooler, makes you feel cooler. You can say the same thing about the steering wheel, but the steering wheel didn't make it to the list because it's over $100. But the shift knob definitely is a cool interior mod. A lot of times when you get an E36, these cars are really old, right? Like 25, 30 years old. So they'll have a really beat shift knob. Sometimes it doesn't even have the H pattern on the shift knob. So you might as well just go ahead and order a cool one. There's so many different varieties of BMW ones. Or you could even get extra swag and put a little adapter on there to run like a super JDM shift knob, if that's what you want to do. I did that for a little bit. Didn't work out that well for me. Actually, a buddy of mine hooked me up with a bunch of these shift knobs. So now I rotate through them. I'll get bored of one, swap to another one, couple months, drive that one, and I'll swap back to another one. There's weighted shift knobs, unweighted shift knobs, something for everybody, but definitely under $100. Let's get moving right along. Next, this is also controversial, might not be a mod for the person that's going for that OEM look, OEM plus, but more for the person that's into drifting. And if you click this video, you might already be subscribed to me. You might already enjoy drifting, E36 drift builds, and you guys understand why I have this. This is going to be the SDR Racing Handbrake Extension. This thing is super sick. I think it's like $50 on Drift HQ if they still got it in stock. But basically, you just have to put one bolt on this thing. You've got to take off your stock handbrake, and all you do is you got to tighten up your drum brakes in the rear of your car to make this thing work. So you tighten it up on your actual handbrake, and then you also tighten it up on your drum brake. Do not worry. I've got a link below. I've already done this in another video. So if this is the one that's like caught your attention and you want to do this one and you're worried, don't worry. I got a video on that, so you guys can hit that and then watch the whole video and see what you need to do step by step to install this. But this thing is super sick because you can get it in black and it almost disappears in your interior. But it's still here. It's like in the perfect positioning. I use this all the time, even though you shouldn't. It's not the best practice for drifting. But, you know, sometimes you need it and sometimes you kind of want it. But I think it's really cool. You watch some videos and some people actually take their handbrake button off. But all I did was take off just the spring. And that way I can still lift my handbrake up, pull the button, and it still locks and works like a regular handbrake. And then another thing is to keep this just OEM, clean, nice interior, because that's what we're going for here, right? You still want to keep your drift boot and kind of like slide it over the little nut the little screw that will hold the handbrake extension to the metal piece of the stock handbrake. So that's kind of something cool. It's got this cool little BMX grip thing, I guess. And then also bonus points that it works great. It's cheap and works great and gets the job done. I haven't upgraded to a hydro or anything. This is much better and keeps your interior looking much better, much more stock than having that big hydro and having to cut your interior a little trim. You don't want to do that. Not yet, at least, you know? So now number one best mod. The second, if you buy an E36 and you don't have to do this, or this is not your situation, you struck gold. I don't know why my previous owner didn't have a headliner, but wrapping it and fixing the headliner sag. A lot of these cars have that headliner swag or headliner sag, but you want it to be swag, and it just doesn't look that good. It's not that hard to take it down. You've got to take down a couple pillars, and then it's just a couple screws, and it's super easy to wrap. If you kind of want to see a video of that of the process of what that's like, I've got a video for that too, so I'll link that below. Yeah, I think that that's a really good mod. Depending on the material that you choose on eBay, it will be really cheap. It could even be under 50 bucks. I think I remember mine maybe being like 75 bucks, and it was just enough material to wrap my B pillar, A pillar, and my headliner. So yeah, that's the number one mod. And that only became number one just because it's a little bit more difficult. All the other mods are you kind of just unbox them, throw them in, and you're done, you're good. But yeah, that one takes a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, and a little bit more wrenching to do. Now, I'm not going to stop here. I got one bonus interior mod just because it's that good. But I don't actually have it yet, so that's why I'm doing it as a bonus. I would recommend this though, and this one is going to be super controversial. There's going to be purists out there watching this video. They're going to be like, oh my God, that's terrible. It's so easy to fix the OEM ones, whatever. If you want to do that, you can. This is my video, and this is just all recommendations. So if you guys want to listen to it, you don't have to. And this mod is going to be the plastic. It sounds horrible the way I'm saying this, but the plastic door cards. And they're not the regular plastic, like real race car flat ones. They're kind of the ones that have the same shape of the OEM door cards. I saw Jimmy Oaks put this on his car, and he said it feels really plasticky, and I bet it does. But I saw another guy on Instagram do it where he put sound deadening in it. So I feel like with the sound deadening, it doesn't feel as plasticky. It feels a little bit heavier and probably feels more like the OEM one. And you can just do it with, you can install it with riv nuts. So that way, anytime you want to take it off, it's easy to take off. And you don't have to worry about breaking clips, reinstalling clips, and all that. And, you know, sending it somewhere and getting the leather reupholstered and then the glue coming off and all this stuff. But that's just my opinion, and that's why it was a bonus. So take it how you will. So yeah, that's pretty much just the end of this video. It's a quick, short video, just something that I randomly thought of that might be useful, might be good to have on YouTube. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? The best mod of the list. Which one are you guys going to choose to do? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that big red button on the bottom. It really helps out. And hit that bell so that you guys don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.